So originally I sent out a snap asking my friends to just send me a question. It could be really about anything, me, them, the world, current state of living, all that. And so that's exactly what they did. Hopefully for future videos, other people could send me questions, just about anything. I appreciate those who actually did spend the time to think of a question to send to me. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So for the sake of not making this video way too long, for those who asked more than one question, I'm probably gonna answer the other questions that you asked in a separate video. Like for example, thank you Sally and Andy for asking multiple questions, but for this video I'm gonna include only one of them, and then I'll probably save them for another time. Thanks a lot. So we got 8 questions from 8 different people today. Pretty awesome. Thank you guys so much. I'll probably just go by a first name basis just so your identity is not exposed. So question number 1, we got it from Sally. Do you believe in aliens? I personally do believe that there's life outside of Earth, but I don't have, of course, the factual data or anything to believe it, that it's 100% true in my head that aliens exist. So you could say that I'm hopeful and it's something that I'd be open-minded about. It's hard to really go on about that because it's not really in my field of studies, and I could only learn so much from what I see through the internet or any sources of like media or just information. Question number 2, and this is from PC. What's up, PC? What do you think will change in our society and culture, if there's even going to be any, after this pandemic is over? Yeah, we're in a crisis right now. It's pretty bad. It's been a few weeks. It's almost gonna hit 2 months or something, or maybe already has, in which we're just stuck at our home and everything. Culture-wise, I wouldn't say it's anything specific to the culture, but definitely the way of living will be impacted because we're seeing how the economy is being hit really bad, and I'm hearing things like how it's gonna be as bad as like the 2008-2009 recession, but I don't know the specific financial aspects of the US economy as of now. Like they're providing support with the stimulus bill or something, whatever it's called. I do think there will be a change because I don't see us getting out of this immediately. It's probably going to be a slow transition. Definitely hope things go back to normal. Like that would be the end goal for sure. I'm sure everyone will go back to like their normal self and do what they do. Like if you party, you party. If you hang out with friends, you do that. Go out and eat, leisure activities, all that fun stuff, whatever you can think of, because diseases come here and there. There's always going to be new ones. This one just happens to be really affecting everyone on a global scale. Yeah, that's what I think. I think there will be change, but I can't really define that change myself. Question number 3. This is from Kim. Thank you, Kim. What's up? Do you believe in right person, wrong timing? So based on a first look of this question, it sounds like it might have to do with relationships. So like, do you believe in meeting the right person even though it's like the wrong or bad timing for yourself or who knows what? And I think I do personally. Let's say we're all young, right? That's for sure. You might meet someone who's perfect for you and you know that it's someone you can see having a future with, but with the current like status of the way you're living and how things are, maybe financially, maybe in regards to family, dealing with personal things, it might be just bad timing. You might not be in a stable position to be in a relationship, or at least a committed relationship where you have to dedicate your time to your significant other or whoever that right person is. Yeah, I really just do believe in that. I guess other people talk about it, like if you think of celebrities, I hear things about how Justin Bieber and Selena were right for each other, but it was just bad timing because they were still pursuing their careers, going big. You know, you always hear things like work hard now and then just build up your future later. At the same time, you gotta live while you're young and do the best you can and just do what you think is right. So if there's something that's in the way of committing to a relationship with the right person, then so be it. It really depends on how you want to handle the relationship and what you want to be. So there's just a balance with that. That's a really good question just in general, because it makes you think a lot. And of course, there's never a right answer, but this is just my opinion, and I do believe it. Next question number 4. It is from Jackson. What's up, man? It says, how did we first meet? I feel like you've asked me this before. It's pretty hard to say. For sure, it was during high school. I can absolutely say that I knew of you when I was a sophomore and you were a freshman, so when I was like 15. I definitely saw you around, tennis courts and everything. I remember saying hi to you a few times while you were in ROTC, like after school or something, even though we never knew each other on a personal level. So maybe that counts of meeting, but I guess we never had an official like handshake, hey, what's up, my name's Wilson, blah, 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 nice to meet you and all that. I guess it wasn't like that to begin with. I know for sure, like, we started building a relationship during like my first year of college. So when I was like 17, 18, and yeah, ever since then, we've been rolling. Good friends even till like today, which is something I appreciate a lot. So great question, Jackson. Appreciate you as always. And I hope that's what you know of how we first met. So I'm pretty sure you're confused as hell too when we first met. We both know it's just within high school. Don't forget that. Question number 5. This is from Andy. He asked, is there more to life than work and die? From a first glance, I would definitely say yes. There's more to life than death, because that's basically the opposite. And work is definitely important, because money is always an issue. It's you need income to be living, at least to live a good life. But there is more of a focus that you should have your mindset on than to just keep working and grinding, because you don't want to work till you die. You want to have like your own pleasure, leisure, you want stuff going on in your life other than just work, whether it's dealing with family, spending time with like in relationships, or just doing things you love. Like, for example, I work full-time. It's cool. I have a work-life balance. I maintain a great relationship, not only with my girlfriend, but with family and also friends. And I'm also trying to find hobbies other than just, let's say, watching TV, playing basketball, editing, making videos for like this, for instance. So yes, there is way more in life than to just work and die, especially if you want to travel. Like, I know you can't now because of the coronavirus, but yeah, have ambition, foresee a positive future for yourself, and push for it. Strive and do what you can. All right, this next question is from Brandon. Thank you, Brandon. What's up to you too? What are your thoughts on the current state of our education system? If you like the way it is, why? If not, what are some things that we can change on a local level, and what are some things that we can change on a federal level? Well, for this question, this is like a critical thinking question. Thanks a lot, Brandon. This is tough. I'm sure would be tough for everyone, because maybe everyone has a different opinion. But for this question, I'll probably work my way backwards. So when I try to see things from a local level and federal level, I don't have like the extent of knowledge to see what each level of, like, let's say the government or district can do, especially towards the educational system. But based on my personal experience, I think it's good. Like, good is such a bad term to say, but it's competent enough for people to get by and just get into college. Because, we all went through it. We all went through like our educational school, public school, private schools, K through 12, going into college and all that. College definitely important, because they really help you focus on certain fields and aspects, like specific courses to what you want to do for a future job. So in regards to the college level, I would say that it's above average from what I expect or what I know. It is something that I would say is worth it. If you go to college, you learn way more, in my opinion, than primary school. In regards to just K through 12, I would say I would love for it to change where the courses would apply to real life situations. For example, people always say like, I wish they taught you how to do taxes, right? That's what I could think of on top of my head. Like, they don't teach you that in like elementary, middle school, high school, or anything. Maybe if you have a special course or like some type of program that lets you take college courses like about tax and finance. But yeah, I think things that could apply to real life, as in more common and situational type of like establishments or whatever practices, like those type of things are subjects I would say we should be able to learn in the educational system, because we're paying, to go to class for college systems and stuff, unless you have a scholarship and like financial aid to support you. But as in free education, I wish that it would benefit us more by teaching us things that we could use for future practices, especially in adulthood. Like maybe like a cooking class. Like engineering is cool, it's everywhere. I mean, not everywhere, it's like here and there, but it would be cool if there's more courses like that for like all public schools. Definitely want to know more things about computers, especially because the internet is kind of like taking over advanced technology. Learning more about technology in general would be helpful in my opinion. And again, just learning how to build credit or something, apply and like fill out your own tax forms, learn how to like pay for bills, save money, learn how to like settle a mortgage, just like dealing with life stuff right now, insurance, medical stuff. There's so much we can learn on, and I could just go on and on, but basically there are things that I would change myself, but I just can't tell what the local level and federal level can do, especially because there's 50 states, tons of districts and counties and so forth. Sorry, that was such a long response, and I feel like I reiterated myself over and over, so we'll just move on. So thank you, Brandon. Question number 7, this is from Zoe. What's up, Zoe? Thank you. What are some challenges that you think the next generation will face? It's hard to say like what direction like our society will go in the future and what problems could arise. Considering our own generation, I guess there's been an increase of like millennials and the younger generation where we're more dependent on staying with our families and stuff. I don't know if it's whether or not we're not making enough money, but because prices are going up everywhere, it's more difficult for us to, have our own house or apartment, let alone in the Silicon Valley Bay Area. I feel like if this trend continues, that is something that the next generation will face, where there's going to be struggles with money, finances, and just cost of living. That's going to be a huge struggle. There might also be things about like natural disasters, global warming, climate change, recycling, all of the natural resource stuff. Just the endless number of generations will have to deal with that. Specifically in the US, like, I guess it's a very competitive economy compared to China, and there's like growing power in other countries like India and Mexico, for instance. Just next generations are just going to struggle with living, making advances to our country, the economy, the whole world. Pressures of natural resources diminishing, like oil, and so they're going to have to be very futuristic and advanced with technology to come up with new stuff. That's all I could think about. Maybe being independent is like a huge factor though. And lastly, this question is from Cole. It's like a 2-part question like Brandon, so I'm just gonna answer both of them because it's kind of relative. Cole asked, what is my purpose here on this earth? So I'll answer that first. Your purpose is to live your life to the fullest, and it's up to you to decide how you want to live your life, whether you want it to be positive or negative. Do what you love. Of course, you gotta obey the laws. 2 guarantees in life is death and taxes. Just do you, be happy, stay true to yourself. I'm sure you already know that. Your second part of the question is, do you think it's crazy how there's billions of other perspectives out there? Like, try to imagine yourself seeing the world with someone else's eyes. What do I even look like? You can never see your own physical appearance. just reflections or recordings? That is pretty deep, I would say. Wow, I think it's a phenomenal aspect to see that people see things differently. No one's completely the same, no thoughts are exactly the same. You could agree with people, but I'm sure you're not gonna be 100% in agreement with everything, like total perspectives. It's an interesting point how you bring up how you can't really see yourself exactly. Like, I can't see my own eyes unless it's through like a reflection or something. It's cool, like technology could definitely impact the way you look and everything. So who knows, if I'm sure reflections aren't 100% accurate anyways. It's crazy, I agree. Just to sum it up, it's crazy. It's one of those things you can really think about for like a long time, and you'll still probably come up with the same conclusion where you're just like, that's crazy. That's just the simple answer I could think of. But yeah, it's great to see other people's perspectives. You can learn from it, adapt to it, just absorb it, soak it in like a sponge, and you can just do whatever you want with that information. Information is so important in our world. So yep, thank you for that question, Cole. Alright, so that's it for this video. Those were like 8 to 10 questions from 8 different people basically. Thank you guys so much for answering these questions. I hope more people could ask me questions because I do kind of enjoy this. I'll probably put together this video and make more potential videos. Hopefully just other people see this and try to help me kill time by asking me questions. But for those who actually did ask this time, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys as always. And for outside viewers who aren't my friends and don't know me, thank you if you made it this far. Please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe for more content. Content's super random, but I do enjoy making videos and I like socializing with people. So stay tuned for more. Peace out.